Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to the last podcast. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. If this is your returning, welcome back. I hope to continue to provide tips, ideas, and value that would help shape your life for the better. Uh, I believe today I want to do something. This might be a little longer than normal because I want to talk about something. But before I do, I want to say thank you to Nat Baroche. And I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He is the one who has a podcast that I used to listen to. Well, actually, I still do. And he inspired me to create my own podcast, to step out on faith and just go ahead and I felt that I had something to talk about. And he has over 500 episodes, or about 500 episodes, I would say. So I just want to say thank you for inspiring me and creating my own podcast. I will always be in debt to you. So having said that, I want to talk about the power of being focused and driven. I have a couple of practical steps I think that will help you move forward in doing just that. But the first step is, in order to be focused, you have to start with what you want. It makes no sense to even talk about being focused or driven if you don't have a clue to what it is that you desire or what it is that you're trying to achieve. You have to be you actually have to be crystal clear in what it is that you're looking for. I can't stress that enough. And for me, it was like having an irresistible impulse to perform and active, if you would say, with the capacity to basically see the end result as though it exists. Sort of like walk by faith, not by sight. You have to be able to see your vision clearly. And I'm not talking about seeing your vision with your eyes, your natural eyes. I'm talking about with your heart, mind, soul, and spirit. Putting a couple of things in place to basically help you get started in doing that. I was thinking of one thing, and I've heard this all over the internet. Vision boards are powerful, but I'm going to take it a step further. Okay. So if you're going to have a vision board, make sure you have a lot of colorful pictures. I say this because pictures are powerful, and the color of those pictures are also powerful. Just to give you a small example, red means bold and exciting. However, in marketing, it creates urgency. So we'll probably do one more. Let's just say blue. Blue might equals, let's say, trust, strength, dependability. For some, and depicting professional and trust and a sense of security. So colors have everything to do with how you feel because it speaks to your emotions. So it speaks to your feelings. So that is something to take in mind when you have that vision board. But here's something that I really care for a great deal. Start a success journal. Where you write, you can start right now. It doesn't matter. You start right where you at. It doesn't mean that you have success right now, but this is on your journey to obtain the desired results that you're looking for. You want to write down everything that you go through, how you felt that day, why you made certain decisions, and what emotional state you might have even been in. So all of this works in writing a success journal. I find that people who are trying to do the same thing, if you basically have a group or something, you can try doing something like that. Or let's just say a mastermind group. If you have a mastermind group, I would probably keep it real small, maybe 5 to 6 people, and I would be very selective, if anything, with whom I choose because there's a great deal that's involved, like chemistry, likability, trust, just to name a few. But here's another big one, and this is big. Create a mission statement, how you define or how you see yourself as a person. This doesn't have to be drawn out. You could just like write 1 to 5 sentences, and just keep it short. But and basically, how do you see yourself? Or if you need some help with that, ask other people how they see you. It might just give you some ideas, and then write down your core values. And basically, that's what you stand for, what you believe in. And after that, you can write down your contribution statement. What contribution do you want to make to your family, friends, and even to society? And you got to keep that tight. Don't make that long and drawn out, but I'm quite sure you're going to have several drafts at first. This is something that you're not going to be able to do overnight. You're going to have to put some thought to this. Um, that contribution statement is really huge, but all three of them, all four of them, you got your big one, which is your mission statement. You basically want to have that, your core values, and your contribution. And I believe one of the reasons why I'm giving you all these things is so you can get to know yourself a whole lot better. Because let's face it, if you want something and you don't know about yourself, which is your foundation, you're not going to really get that far. It makes sense? Okay. So we're going to go with that. And number two, and I got two parts to number two. Once you decide what it is that you want, you have to be able to make a plan how you're going to get what it is that you're trying to achieve. These are one of those critical steps because if you don't know what you want, you can't even get out the gate. You see my point? And if you do know what you want and you don't have a plan, well, that's just wishful thinking. Remember this, a good planning helps to bring about your dreams to reality. It's where all the magic starts. And that's where you see it. It's like the meat and potatoes are in the journey. So you want to capture all of that as well. Even take pictures. If you have a camera, a phone, you can take pictures of certain things that you've gone through and as part of your journey. And the second part of that is, I would say, um, it's creating obtainable goals. You have to set benchmarks along the way so that you can chart your progress. And I believe benchmarks are a great way, not just only to say focus and driven, they help you celebrate all the small achievements along the way. And that encourages you to keep moving forward in a journey till you see your end result. And these are certain things that will help you move forward and see some type of success in your mission. Now, your goals have to be precise with time frames. The reason I say time frames is so you have a sense of urgency to stay on track and stay focused. Deadlines is something that you need to have put in place to make sure that you are on track on a specific time frame and it correlates with your benchmarks. You want to be able to say, okay, I met this goal. I was trying to reach this, and I met this, and I might have been a 2 days over or 3 days over. That doesn't matter because it's malleable. It bends. Your time frame bends, but only if you're moving and trying to obtain your goal within that time frame. So that's the important part. In order to understand yourself better, I believe that you should write all and I can't stress this enough. Before you or after you get all of that stuff down, I think it's so important and so critical that you write down your bad habits and the triggers to those bad habits. And the reason for that is you want to be able to, because all of this that you're trying to do, you're trying to achieve something. You want to make sure that your bad habits and your behavior doesn't get in the way because you have to actually change. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices, and sometimes you have to change your behavior in order to obtain what it is that you're trying to achieve. So I won't spend a lot of time on this at all on habits and triggers because I plan on talking about that in a future podcast. But you do need to know your habits and triggers. What I would also say is learn about your own character. I'll put some a website where you can take a character assessment test. It basically helps you understand your own character and why you do what you do. Also, I will put in the show notes where you can take an emotional intelligence test. This helps you understand your emotions. So you put all of that together, your behavior, it'll help you understand all of that and your bad habits and triggers. I think once you get a handle on all that and see how it is that you can change to achieve your success, to achieve your goal, or to make that whatever it is that you're trying to go after a success, then doing all these things and taking care of all these steps will definitely work in your favor. My name is Dave. You're listening to the last podcast. I'm really starting to enjoy this, and my whole goal is to give you content and practical solutions to problems that you might be dealing with. And hopefully it works for you. If you have any questions, feel free to just contact me at the last podcast 443@gmail.com. Other than that, that is it. You guys have a great day. Bye.